Hello. Hello. If you're here, write a message. These messages can be so weird. I can't see how many people are here. If you're in the live. Life of Destiny. Hey. Hello. Okay, good. Good to see you. I'm still working out how to use this thing. I have no idea how it works. Liram. Hey, doll. Hey. Okay, great. Okay, I'm still working this thing out because it's just too much technology. I always tell my husband, it's just like, they just have to find a way to make it easier to use these things. I still don't even understand. I hope that it goes well. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Maybe if you suggest topics in the chat, and then whatever you guys want to discuss, we can talk about that. I don't know what's on your mind. It's Saturday night over here. It's like 8:40-ish, something like that. Life of Destiny, congrats on your pregnancy. Oh, thanks. Honestly, I spend most of my time just sleeping because I'm so exhausted. If I'm not like filming a video or doing this or going to work, like I'm just in bed sleeping, and it's never enough rest. But yeah, thanks for your kind words. So yeah, we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Whatever. This is more of like a we can talk about anything. It doesn't even have to be luxury related. If you want to bring up any hot topics. I can see my cat over there being weird. I don't know what he's doing. He always does this. Whenever I come on live, he does this weird thing. I don't know. Lyra says everyone's at Chris Brown's show tonight. So Johannesburg's browsing. Oh yeah, that show. Okay, interesting. I'm not a Chris Brown person, I have to be honest, but I do know that lots of people were talking about the show. Life of Destiny says, have you purchased any luxe items for the baby or motherhood? Not yet. I was looking at some of the Gucci clothes. They have a cruise collection for babies. Okay, I had posted that on my stories a few, I think last week, and I mean they have a cruise collection for babies. So I was looking at the cruise section for boys. I mean, it's very cute. It's very cute stuff. I was looking at the Gucci clothes for boys and Moschino clothes for boys, but not yet. Although to be honest, I was telling my husband, I'd much rather just people buy things for me, because I if someone's having a child, people want to buy things for your baby. I'm the opposite. Buy something for me because I know what I'll buy him. Lyra says, what are you guys getting for Xmas? I've already ordered gifts for him, and I've ordered him something really I can't say too much because he watches my live, so I've ordered something for him already, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. So we like to do multiple gifts. I don't know what you guys are like, but we go to mass on Christmas Eve, and then we open presents on Christmas Day. So we're doing multiple, because this is our final Christmas together, just us. So I was like, we should get each other multiple gifts. So let's see. For me, I'm not too worried about something being really expensive. For me, it's the thought that counts. I know it sounds so corny to say that, but for me, it is the thought that counts. Oh, there's 6 of you in here now. Okay, I was just looking at the thing. But yeah, I have got him some things already. I take Christmas seriously, guys. And remember what I told you? I don't buy people gifts unless they buy me a gift. So he knows what time it is. What are you guys getting? Tell me what you guys are buying. What are you guys getting for Christmas? And actually, one of the parcels has arrived. It's under the tree, which is over there. Squetty2 says, hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Keep typing and stuff, because sometimes it doesn't show comments. I don't know why. It's really weird. So yeah, some of the stuff has already arrived, which you'll see in my Christmas haul, my what I got for Christmas haul. It's under the tree now. But there's other stuff from Farfetch that's on the way, and there's other stuff I've ordered from Europe. Lyra says, are you guys really excited for Murakami in January? Honestly, I'm genuinely excited because I feel like this year has been such a bust for luxury. It's been very quiet. All I've heard is people bitching and complaining and moaning about high-end luxury. So I'm happy to see the collection. You're lucky you get to see it in person. Go to the store. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I'm excited. I like it. I don't know what you guys think, but I like it personally. And I think it's like, I know that people are like, oh, people are like, excited about it and stuff because, it's like a reissue, or Louis Vuitton is like manufactured hype. I don't think it's manufactured hype. I think it's going to sell. I saw someone commenting on some VIP's page that the trunk with like the 30 exotic speedies, the 650,000 euro trunk has sold out. It's sold out. Lyra says, I wish it was something fresh and not a repeat. I don't know. I know what you're saying. I agree with you. My preference is, I'm just going to tilt this a little bit. Hang on, wait. My preference is always for things that are new, but it's been such a quiet year. A brand would be silly to launch something new. NKS, hello. Welcome to the live. I am. You're excited. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. They have fur pieces. Louis Vuitton's like Fendi. They're like, we're not giving up fur. Take that. We're not giving it up. So yeah, it's hard for them to justify financially new ideas in a down year. Like this year was a down year. Hello, for the girls. So for them, it's like to create something new in a down year. It seems like a financial risk. Let's see how things are next year. Like, will things be picking up and stuff? I noticed that things are beginning to pick up a little bit in autumn. I told you guys that I had noticed that there were like more Chinese and Japanese shoppers and stuff, which is always the sign that things are improving. I'm just going to move this here a little bit. Just a second. Okay. Look, pull down. Okay, that's better. It's a down year, so I don't know. I feel like in a down year, it's hard for them to like create new things in a quieter time, because like the money they'd have to spend on R&D. Normally I'm that person who's like, I want to see new ideas, but in a quiet year, I'm going to get my Gucci Diana Faxmas of the mini. I love the mini size. I love that new bag that they have called the Gucci Emblem. I think it's called Emblem. I saw it on the website the other day. It has the Gucci monogram. It's very nice. They're doing big things. They're gonna be fine. They're fine. The other day we watched House of Gucci. At my husband's choice, because he wanted to hear about the business stuff. I mean, you can't keep those people down, honey. They have been through it. Yeah, so I think, I think like, I know what you're saying, but I just feel like it's hard for them to justify spending money, creating new things. And they have to create new things. I mean, that's not to give them an excuse, but they really want to bump up the numbers for the first quarter of the year just to see if things like improve and stuff. I think that we're going to see like a reset of the industry. I don't think that this is like a recession. I think this is a reset. A lot of people who were shopping casually during the coronavirus are not coming back. All of those videos we saw earlier this year of people giving up luxury and stuff, those people aren't coming back. Those people aren't coming back. So I think it's like a reset, and they're going to be looking for new like customers. And they're great at that. They're great at finding new people. This is what they do. It's no mistake that Chanel went to China to do the Métier d'Art show. Lyra says, Magenta, would you get a Panther Cartier watch or Bulgari Serpenti? I'd get the Panther Cartier watch, me personally. I like Bulgari, but I don't like snakes, so it'd be hard for me to do that. If I had to choose, okay, Gab, no problem. If I had to choose, I would say the Panther, because I feel like you could wear it with more things. But I like the B01 collection at Bulgari. Lizzie says, dang, the gap in your teeth is so big an 18-wheeler can fit with them. Well, you're blocked. Ho, how about that? And you're supposed to be a subscriber. Block this hoe. You blocked. How about that? Why are these? Let me double check something. Sorry guys, sorry about that guys. These YouTube lives attract all kinds of weirdos. Just ignore them. Trolls are so annoying. Yeah, I know. They think they're cute and slick. Just ignore them. We just ignore them. Trolls are so annoying. Okay, hold on. Okay, that is better. I just wanted to make it a little bit more comfortable for myself. Okay, that's much better now. Yeah, so to your point, so yeah, I think that the Panther is more, I've already blocked them, don't worry. Just ignore them. Anyone else writes something crazy, gonna get blocked. I think the Panther is like, you can wear it a lot, but when it comes to Bulgari, let's move on forward, Glamouses. Yeah, let's just move on. It's fine. Trust me. I wish I cared. I do not care. But I feel like with Bulgari, it's like I like the B01 line. If from the Serpenti, I think the Serpenti necklaces are really nice. I think if I had the Tubo gas watch is also nice. I would still get that. Went to pick up a phone call, missed the drama. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not even worth us saying anything. Just ignore it. So I think like the Panther, like to me is more classic, but I'm not a classic person. I'm not someone who cares about things being classic or iconic. I think you have to like snakes. I don't like snakes, but if for you, because I know you like Bulgari, I think you're a Bulgari person. So I feel like if you're a Bulgari person, you should take that one. Because I feel like you should buy the one that you like the most. Does that make sense? You should basically get the one that you like the most. Because I feel like the problem with like these options, like for these days anyway, is people buy things that they think are classic. Squetty says, I love the Serpenti bracelet with some diamonds or full pave, but that might be out of budget for now. It is this, and that's the thing. I feel like the Serpenti motif looks really good on jewelry. The budget is crazy. Can you say the price of the full pave bracelet? Because it is stunning. It's stunning. Don't get me wrong. I think it's so beautiful, but I think you have to like the motif. So it's a question of, do you like snakes? Do you like big cats? Because I think you have to be into the motif. I have a preference for felines, but I'm not like an animal person either. I'm not like, oh my God, I love animals. I think it's more of an aesthetic thing. But for you, I would say that you should pick the Bulgari one because I know you're a Bulgari person. But again, you can't go wrong with it. Remember when I told you the story of the woman buying the Bulgari Serpenti necklace? I mean, it was just stunning, so stunning. And they put so much effort into their pieces and stuff. I don't know why he's sitting over there. He's sitting over there like he has a job. Ridiculous. So yeah, but it's a good question. I'd love to know. I can't look it up now. Or maybe I could look it up on the laptop. Well, actually, wait, I can't. Because I can't figure out how to do that at the same time. I don't have like a quick attention span. 41,000 US dollars for full pave white gold. Wow. So I'm guessing the yellow gold is like 37. It's stunning. That's stunning. It's a lot of money. And it's a lot of money, guys. And it's okay to be like, you want to think about it. You know, it's so much money to spend. And like, particularly for those of you who buy it in America, because you don't get like a refund or anything like that. It's a lot of money to spend. So you have to think about it. I think it's fine to be like, I want to think about it. It doesn't mean anything. You always see those stupid like think pieces like, oh, if you have it, you wouldn't think about it. Piss off. It's a lot of money. I want to see what it looks like. Let me Google it. Let me Google it now. You said the Serpenti full pave white gold bracelet. Let me just quickly look it up. my phone is resting on my laptop, that's why. Lyra says, the other day I tried on the Cartier Panther ring. Wow, blown away. It's beautiful and heavy too. Yeah, they're stunning. I mean, they're literally stunning. Let me see what it looks like. You have to think about it. And also, it's one of those things where it's like, these pieces are hard to justify buying used. The only reason I say that is because they're hard to justify buying used, in my opinion, because, oh, wow. Okay, I see it on the website. Yeah. Serpentine Viper bracelet, 41,000 US dollars. Yeah, really beautiful. Oh, okay, it's 45,000 euros. Wow. Yeah, this is stunning. It's sensational. I think they're hard to justify buying used to me because I feel like you should have that on your profile. And even used, it's still going to be just a few thousand euros or dollars cheaper. And then there are issues with like the replicas. I mean, Bulgari now is being faked and they're like really good reps for it. They're also like really good reps. I'm just opening it up here. Oh, wow. This is really pretty. It's beautiful. Very nice. I'm just on the Bulgari site. Yeah, and it's a unisex piece. So for men and women can wear it. Very beautiful. I mean, this is the kind of piece where I feel like if you were to purchase this should be in the store. Because I've seen people in those like jewelry groups, they're like, I have a Pave Cartier bracelet. And I think in America, the white gold one is $52,000. And they're like, oh, someone's putting the shocking faces. Okay. They're like, well, should I buy it? You know, or it's like, I'm selling this. The retail price is $52,000. And then their price is like $30,000. I don't know. You know, that doesn't seem exciting to me. It doesn't. I would rather just. Julie says hi. Hi, Julie. Hi, hon. This is really beautiful. And I'm saying this as someone who, like I said, I don't like snakes. So for me, like I like the B01 collection at Bulgari more. But this, I'm just looking at this right now, Julie, we're looking at the Serpentine Viper white gold pave bracelet from Bulgari. It's $41,200, 45,500 euros. This is stunning. It's sensational. But I think you'd have to buy it in the store because I feel like buying this used, not saying any of you wanted to buy it used. I'm just saying like buying it used. I've seen some used pave bracelets because I want to get the Cartier one next year. I've told you guys. I've seen some used ones for 30,000 for the big one, 35,000 USD for the big one, when the retail price for the yellow gold one is like 52. But, you know, I don't know. I'd much rather have it on my profile and just get the experience of shopping in the store, buying it. I'm wearing a sarong. It's really beautiful. It's really nice. I like everything that they do. They're very high end. Lyra says Louis Vuitton Santon also has a lot of exotic capucines. Oh, they have them now. That's great. They didn't have them the last time I was there. Glad to hear that. They're all over the boutique and glass cages with touch with your eye sign. Yeah, because there'll always be some annoying person. There'll always be some annoying person who's going to try and touch stuff, you know, and they're not buying anything. So I'm fine with stores doing this. I think we talked about this in the dragging video. We talked about this in the dragging video, like the people who are like, they want to touch things, they want to look at things, and they get told off and they're upset about it. It's like, well, why are you upset? I see something, I can't sleeping there. Okay. Yeah, so let me know what you guys are buying. I want to know what people are buying. How come I asked you guys on Instagram the other day, what's everyone buying? And very few of you responded. I felt like, sorry, I'm just trying to correct this where my laptop is so I can be a little bit more comfortable. Okay, now I'm more comfortable. Okay. What are we all buying? And it doesn't have to be for Christmas. Like, what are you buying in December? What are you buying in January? Because I feel like I did ask the other day on Instagram, I was like, what's everyone buying? And like 3 of you responded. And I was like, why is no one else responding? And thanks to the people who responded. Appreciate you. But I'm saying, like, what's going on? Are we not buying stuff? Like, what's happening? Like, are we not buying anything anymore? Or like I said, it doesn't have to be for the holidays. I'm saying like December, January, like, what are you guys looking to buy? Don't forget Hermes has price increase in January. I have to keep refreshing messages just to make sure I don't miss any of your messages. Yeah, so let me know what we're all buying. Like, I'm very curious. I feel like it's a down year this year. It's a down quiet year. And I think it's going to be an interesting... Sweaty says, LOL, nothing I want to get for Christmas, but already during the year. Okay, what are you buying in January? You're not going to run, baby, Sweaty, you're not running away from this question. What are you buying in January then? Because the year's ending, baby, so what are you buying on the 1st of January? And Kate says, I finished my shopping earlier this month. I went to a major shopping spree in November, December. Oh, really? Okay. Julie says, I had told I can wait for 2025. Okay. Yeah, because like I was feeling alone. I was like, why is no one doing the sticker? Lyra said, how do you feel about Matthew as Chanel's new creative designer? Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna write the email newsletter. I was meaning to send it tonight. First of all, at first I was kind of like, whoa. I wonder what he said to impress the brothers. Guys, I think that the brothers are so fascinating. I find them more interesting than anything else. They're like behind the scenes running everything. Does anyone else find them fascinating? I do. He must have impressed the brothers. He must have impressed them. And they're not punks. They are not punks. So whatever he said, okay, I'm down with it. He's had some hits at Bottega. I have to say, I've only really been interested in Bottega since he started working there. I have to be honest. You guys, I like Bottega. I've been telling you guys like I'm into them. I've been posting them. Squetty says, I'm kind of excited about Matthew better than Virginie. Squetty, on Instagram, I posted what WWD said, that the younger brother asked her to leave. She was asked to leave. And he informed her he's looking for someone else. That's how you get fired in France, boo-boo. People let you know, baby, like, we're going to find someone else. I'm sure they paid her a lot of money. What do I think? Yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's see what he does. I want to see what he does with Couture. He's young. He's just 40. He'll be 41 next year. I think that they, guys, like, honestly, I think it's pretty delusional. Anyone who was thinking Marc Jacobs was going to get this job. They want to stay closer to home. Lyra said, I bought 5 designer bags this year. I need to chill. Child, she was dismissed. She was told, he told her, WWD said, he said, I will be looking for someone else. So they allowed her to resign. That's how you're a fashion billionaire. You allow people to resign and you let them know you're looking for someone else. We're going to move on. So yeah, let's see what he does. The article said he has 2 years, like a 2-year like training period to find his bearings. 2 years. So we're going to see him start next year, October. So he has until like 2028 to find his feet. He'll still be terribly young by that time. He'll be like 43, 44. He'll still be super young. So I'm interested. I want to see what he does. He's had some huge success at Bottega Veneta. Bottega Veneta was one of the only houses at Kering that didn't lose any money this year. They've done well. 1.6 billion euro brand. Okay. I'm interested. I'm interested in what he's going to do for Couture. I'm excited, Brianna says. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. He's very young. Sorry, guys. He's very young. Lyra says 10 collections a year is a lot. If you design at Chanel, you really can't be doing anything else when you're a creative director. So Marc was totally out of the question. Yeah, totally. And Kaya says at Lyra, LOL, she never meant to be there long term. Boo-boo. He said he let her know of his intentions to find someone else. Yo, that is cold-blooded. I aspire to be that cold-blooded and ruthless one day. Yeah, I agree. You can't have 5,000 jobs. I'm sorry. Kim. Hello, Kim. I'm catching up on the conversation. New Couture line looks good so far. The in-house team are doing great. To Lyra's point, though, about Marc Jacobs has his own contemporary line, like I said in stories. He also has a beauty line, which is being relaunched next year, right? And then he just did that collab with Dior Men's, I think, with Kim Jones. He has 5,000 jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that. And he's a great sport. I saw he left a comment in the Style.com's Instagram comments congratulating Blasey. He's a great sport and very supportive. But I think, yeah, let someone else have a chance. Let someone else have a chance. Also, there is something to be said, and I've seen this on French fashion pages, like, do European houses, with the exception of Schiaparelli is the exception, would a European house hire an American designer? They're exceptions. Rosebery at Schiaparelli, Tom Ford or Gucci, but those are unicorns. Generally speaking, they tend to stick to European designers, with the exception of Moschino, who the designer right now is from Argentina. Brianna says Marc Jacobs is a no, he designs for lower tier brands. I think, and this is what I was thinking, I think his contemporary brand hurt him. If they were considering him for this, I think his contemporary brand probably hurt him a little bit. A little. Lyra says Jack Moose is also out. He has his own issues. Remember, there's some financial things going on there. Like, he has said that they're looking for investors. There's other drama going on there. So I don't think that they want someone with 5,000 jobs. They don't want someone doing 10 million other collabs. By the time Alan Wertheimer met Karl Lagerfeld had worked at Fendi for almost 20 years. He started working at Fendi in 1965. And so that's what, 18 years? I'm really bad at maths. He'd already been there for 18 years. Brianna says they need to keep it that way. Stay in your lane, Mark. I think that it hurt him a little. I think it hurt him. Like, it's not that high end, you know what I mean? It makes a ton of money. The girls love him. He's a great guy. And like I said, a great sport. But I was just... Scratchy says, I agree, Marc Jacobs. Yeah, again, great guy. Fantastic guy. But I just don't think that they were seriously thinking about him. Lyra said, also Marc has tight self-image, so Marc was never option for Chanel. Exactly. They're not going to accept him like continuing to work with that. And I also think they wanted to pick someone close to home. I was wondering if they were going to pick a French designer as well. I was just curious, like, is this person going to be British or French or Italian? I did think that they were going to choose a European person. Brianna says Virginie ruined Chanel. Stuff started to look like kids section at Target. Really? I think she had some good moments. I think Virginie is just not like the fashion designer that brands want today. To be a fashion designer today, you also need to be really social. You need to be with celebrities. She's very private. She barely does any interviews. Blasey's like, he talks, he does interviews, he's on social media, he posts and things like that. His partner is Peter Moulier, who is the creative director of Alaya. And Peter Moulier is having a great moment at Alaya. You guys, I love Alaya. That's his partner. And they're always in the media. They're always like talking. They're very like happy to be out there. And I feel like you need to do that. Brianna says, yes, trendy shoes, bags. Child is cheap looking. I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, the brothers have spoken, baby. Like the brothers, baby. It's like the Wizard of Oz. That guy's like the Wizard of Oz. When I was reading that article, I was like, this guy is like the Wizard of Oz. I am letting you know I'm looking for someone else. You can resign. Sweaty says, yes, Brianna, I thought I walked into Walmart. Damn! But she's getting slaughtered by the Glamazons, baby. She's getting absolutely slaughtered. I love it. I'm loving it. Yeah, let's see what he does. He has to wait out his non-compete until April, May next year. I am very interested to see. And there was some complaints people were saying that where are the women? And now Louise Trotter's going to Bottega. So that's exciting. Lyra says also Hedy was never an option. Bruno and them want someone they can control. Hedy's a little cray-cray. I would go even further and say he was never an option. Not even because someone they can't control. He's actually barking mad. I mean, the guy's mad. He's mad. I don't care what anyone says about him. That they're like the receipts I posted on my Instagram of like how controlling he is, and people have complained about his management style. The brothers are not going to go for that. BC's not going for that. They were not pressed about him. And I saw someone say this like on someone's Instagram comments, like, that's what Karl Lagerfeld would have wanted. Karl Lagerfeld is not Chanel. As much as we all love Karl Lagerfeld, and 36 years of service is not a joke. That is phenomenal. You know, we all love him. But give me a break. You know, like, you know, he's been gone for he's been dead for 5 years. This brand has got to move on. So I'm glad that I was just like, do not choose this man. NK, Brianna says, never option, I agree. Right. NK says, VR did what she had to do. I don't think a 104-year-old brand can be ruined by one creative designer. Yeah, I agree. Blasi will be phenomenal for the brand. They were looking for a youthful person, a modern person, a fresh perspective. He's French, they're French. You know, I think those things do matter. Those cultural nuances, they matter, I think, to a certain extent. And yeah, he has created some hits over there, but at Bottega, the Andiamo is a hit. That thing has paid for Lauren Sanchez's engagement ring at Amazon because it is duped to the gods on fucking Amazon. Okay, that's his work. You know, duped to the gods, honey, on Amazon. I love that he's younger. He's very young. He's very young. Very young. And that's a trend right now that these houses are doing. They're looking for young, you know, youthful people. And again, it's not shade, because I got a message from a Glamazon who was like, I was like putting down Marc Jacobs. I said, no, I wasn't putting him down. He's amazing. He's incredible. But I just don't think that they would have picked him. Lyra says, what do you want Matt to bring to Chanel? Ooh, great question. Let me think about that for a second. And Kit says, me too. He'll stay for a while. He'll be there. He'll be there. And as per WWD, they said he has a 2-year like training period to see if it works out. And then they'll go from there. What do I want him to bring Chanel? I want him to bring like, I'd like to see just like really intricate stuff from him. I want to see what he does at Couture. And I like what they said in the article that he's not doing jewelry, he's not doing makeup, he's not doing timepieces. I like that. I like that Chanel are like, your job is to be a fashion designer. Your job isn't to creatively run this entire brand. So I'm interested to see what he does with Couture. I don't know why I'm like obsessed with Couture right now, but I think like that will be really exciting to see what he does with the clothes and stuff. At the end of the day, like Chanel is like who they are. Tweed is always going to be there. The accessory is always going to be there. You know, they have to respect that. Oh God, this person. Yeah, so I think he'll be there for a while as well. I'm not too worried. Guys, just ignore these weird comments. Don't like engage them. They're just people looking for attention. Lyra says, for me, I would appreciate less collections, more better quality, more modern, but still Chanel, maybe some menswear along the way. Yeah, let's talk about the menswear thing. I mean, less collections not going to happen. They said in WWD, it's 10 collections a year, including those 2 sub-collections, Coco Neige and Coco Beach. So the swimwear, the high summer collection, the Coco Beach one, and then Coco Neige, the après-ski, which was one of Karl's inventions. This is a brand that makes like $19 billion a year without catering to 50% of the world's population. You know what I mean? Yes, they had too many collections. It's too much. They're going to continue them, though. They're not giving them up. The article said that he has to produce 10 collections a year, and he knows that. So Couture, the sub-collections, and Prêt-à-Porter. So, and that's no men's collection. So let's see. Maybe if he does well, they'll give him a budget for that. They have the money. They have the money, baby, because Margot is getting a check, baby. Kristen's getting a check. Lupita is getting a check. Kira is getting a check. Tilda stays getting a check. I don't know the last time I've seen Tilda in anything, but she stays getting a check. So Chanel have the money, you know, to do men's. And they have managed to make $19 billion a year without catering to men at all. So it would be very fascinating to see if they do head down that direction. There's a lot of opportunity there. And this is like a brand that has the money. They like have the budget to go big. Meant 114-year-old brand. She was right in 1910. Yeah, 114 years. 114 years with the founding financier being their grandfather. Like, you think they're going to give up a 114-year-old brand to someone who has 5,000 jobs? That's what I was telling one of the girls on TikTok. They were like, all these other people should have got it. They don't know what they're doing. I'm like, their grandfather literally negotiated with Chanel to start the perfume line in 1910. You think that they are just going to let this go? Please. Come on. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited for them. I think this is exciting. It's interesting to me that Louis Vuitton and Chanel have a lot of news buzzing, like in December. Hermès and Dior are pretty quiet. Dior's been quiet these days. Like, she's quiet because she had her skull dragged this year. We talked about Dior in the last live, so I don't need to go through it again. But I think it's an exciting time. And even with the Dior stuff, guys, everyone always has things to say about Maria Grazia, but Maria Grazia's products sell. Everyone talks shit about her, but the girls are buying her stuff. So, if you ask me, I don't see what the issue is with her. So, let's see what he does. I wonder how much he's getting paid. I think maybe 5 million euros a year. Does anyone remember this old documentary Karl Lagerfeld did? It was years ago. I think it was on BBC. And it was like just following him around, just being him. And he had this like house. I don't know what arrondissement it was, but it is one of the most stunning houses I've ever seen in my life. I'm bored with Maria. Maria stays getting a check, baby. Like, Maria, the girls shop there though. The girls shop there. Guys, I think that we need to accept that the sort of viral internet moments don't matter. Sorry, I'm just rearranging how I'm sitting. The viral internet moments don't matter for like brands in terms of the bottom line. Like, virality can only take you so far, but eventually, like, the sort of the people who love the bar jacket at Dior don't care if people online like Maria Grazia or not. Like that dress I posted on Instagram of Princess Margaret's Couture Dior wedding dress by Mr. Dior himself. I mean, that must have cost an absolute fortune just to make. Like, the people who are like going to be buying those couture dresses, and not even just that, like even the fine jewelry. I mean, I like their fine jewelry. I think it's really pretty. I think it's really overpriced for what it is. Even it's more expensive than Chanel's fine jewelry, which is horrifically expensive. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe we're missing something, because when I was in Paris this autumn, every Dior I saw their clients and they're buying things. No one seems to care. I don't know how many years she's been there now. Also, she's like one of the very few female creative directors, and people are really sensitive about that stuff right now. I'm more like, she's the right person for the job, but representation is important. So I don't see them like getting rid of her. I think a lot of people are really delusional as well about these jobs. Like, there's certain places Galliano cannot go for obvious reasons. We don't need to get into it, but like let's be for real. Like, there's certain people who Chanel was not going to choose. So let's just like be realistic here. He must have really impressed them with his ideas. And it must have been a grueling process, because even when Moschino were looking for their replacement creative director for the one who passed away, the Italian business media said it was a grueling process. Like, they are put through their paces. They have to show like their vision for the brand. They have to show how they're going to improve it, how they're going to make things really commercial, how they're going to make, how are they going to make things. It's one thing to run a $1.6 billion Bottega Veneta brand. That's one thing. $19 billion Chanel house is another. So I think it's like a different world. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone's messages. No? Okay. I think next year will be interesting in terms of, what we have going on. Oh, there are lots of you here. 24 of you. Wow. Oh, wow. There's so many of you here. Guys, please leave comments if you're here. It's like weird that people are watching and not commenting. So please comment. Lyra says, a friend of mine was at football a couple of days ago. She said it was rammed, people begging for cancellations. It was busy. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a raggedy mess now. It's a mess. Literally have PTSD just thinking about it. Don't even want to think about it because it is a mess in there. So it'll be interesting to see like what the brands do, because next week I have like Hermes new releases video, like all their new releases that are coming in like January and February. They have a ton of new releases, and then they'll have their price increases as well. They've also released those ridiculous looking said it was a ghetto, right? They also have those ridiculous looking engagement rings. They have a ton of stuff that's coming out. So everyone's busy, and I think, you know, realistically, I think people should just like pick and choose the things that they're interested in. I think sometimes like with the internet, you can sometimes feel like, you can feel FOMO, you can feel like, you know, do you need to buy everything? And it's kind of the same thing with the Murakami thing. But I feel like with the Murakami collection, if you love that collection, you should buy it, because they won't release it again. I sincerely doubt that they'll release it again. So there's certain things I feel like it's worth you like buying if you like it, and obviously if you're interested, and obviously if you can be allocated pieces. And I think also with the Murakami launch, they're able now to like play these games. Sorry guys, I was just running a little bit. I apologize for that. If Chanel can make a less clunky version of the loafers without looking like ballerina shoes, I would love something different and updated from this new designer. I think you're definitely going to see like updated silhouettes and cuts and things like that. I think it's going to look updated, but it's not going to be like YSL updated. Like the way where Hedi Slimane took YSL was triggering. I was triggered. Lyra said, if you could have only one Hermes bag, which one would it be and why? Oh, I don't know. I think it'd probably just be like a crocodile. Any crocodile, Birkin Kelly or Constance. I feel like if I had to choose one, I'd rather just get like something really special, like a crocodilian piece. Like something like special and really like stands out, something like that. I saw a lady in Paris with the crocodile mini capucine, and it's just, you can't take your eyes off it. It's like, whoa. Squetty, why? What happened with Hedi and YSL? I mean, he came to YSL and he took Eve's name off the brand. I mean, I thought that was outrageous. I'm still triggered about that. I think that he has an aesthetic, which is like the rock and roll skinny jeans thing, and he just applies it to every place he goes. That's why Pavlovsky, in the articles before they announced Blasi was the designer, he said they don't want someone who's gonna come and change everything. Remember, he was like, a few weeks, I think it was like a few weeks or a few months before this announcement, Pavlovsky was like, you have to respect our codes, tweed. Like, if you're going to come up in here and say, let's get rid of tweed, you can leave. That's a dig at Slimane, because he has one aesthetic and that's his aesthetic. And that's fine. But at a certain point, it's like the Hedi Slimane woman looks the same at YSL. She looks the same at Celine. And she would look the same at Chanel. He would just do the same thing again. So I think that's why, just my opinion, how I read the situation. So I think, like, respectfully to him, I know he's really popular. I don't think he's that creative. So I think it's good that they chose Blasi. We'll see updated silhouettes, maybe in shapes. But at the end of the day, there's certain codes that Chanel has. Black, you know, prêt-à-porter, tweed, cords, those are always going to be there. Pearls, costume jewelry, those are always going to be there. If you are a designer, you want to take tweed out when you know how much it meant to Chanel. She even had that house in Scotland that's now like abandoned. Apparently it's haunted, remember? You know, she was running around doing all kinds of things. This woman had like 500 million houses, okay? If you want to get rid of tweed, like, that's not going to happen. They're going to be like, bye. And that's not to say he's not done a great thing. I'm so excited about Blasi's take on tweed. Yeah, let's see where he takes it. Yeah, that felt disrespectful, removing easily. That was outrageous. And then they didn't take it off the beauty items. That's what's even more annoying, because they knew they couldn't. People still write YSL. It's stupid. I get it, but whatever. I was like, oh, this guy's such an egomaniac. I'm glad that they didn't choose him. I was like, as long as they don't choose him, it's fine. And then also, it's like, if you want to do the same silhouette at every house, just go make your own brand. But making your own brand is not as easy as it looks. And it requires deep pockets. I kind of feel like, you know what I was thinking about yesterday? I feel like we're kind of back to the Renaissance days, where like Rembrandt and Vermeer had to find patrons to give them money so they could produce their art. Caravaggio had to find a patron to give him money so he could paint Christ. I feel like we're back in those kind of Renaissance, 17th century, 18th century days, where artists had to find rich people to give them money, because fashion designers cannot make their own brands right now and get to like big money. I'm not saying a few $1,000,000 a year, like 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, without massive sums of money. And it's only fair that the financier is paid first. Because even with the Jacquemus issues, one of you had just mentioned Simon Jacquemus, even with him, like, would they have chosen him? I think Jacquemus is like a mid-tier luxury brand. Like, I think it's in the middle. I would put it alongside like Coperni. He's young, he's youthful. But what would have happened had they chosen him? They don't want someone with 5,000 jobs. So anyway, I'm glad that they figured it out. I'm glad that they announced it before the end of the year. Leroy said, him and Alessandro are similar in terms of a strong design aesthetic. Who? Hedy and Alessandro? Or Simon Port Jacquemus and Alessandro? Who? Sorry, who? I mean, Alessandro's aesthetic is really very specific. It's very, very, very specific. But it's beautiful. Jacquemus is a little too kitschy for Chanel MO. Yeah, I think so. And also, like, I think anyone who's done lower, again, it's not a low-end brand. Don't panic. I like Jacquemus. I like the brand. And I like the jewelry and stuff. But anyone who's done things that are not that expensive, I feel like because you have to do couture, so people who can't sketch wouldn't have been in the, I'm pretty sure he can sketch because he went to fashion school, but like designers who have done like more affordable price stuff, Hedy, okay, Hedy and Alessandro are similar in terms of strong design aesthetic. Yeah, they are, but I just feel like with Hedy Slimane, it's like the woman looks the same at every brand that he works at. It's the same woman. It's the same woman. It's just a different name. There are no new ideas at all. So I think it's good that they didn't choose him. And then also, I think also it's like, is the person easy to work with? I mean, think about the people you guys work with, for example. Think of all the people you guys work with. Who wants to work with someone who's difficult, who's a dickhead, who's really annoying and rude? He does not have a nice reputation. So, Jacquemus is not low end, but it's a bit alt. It's at Dover Street Market, for example. Yeah, it's not low end, but it's not a like super luxury brand. I'd put it alongside Coperni, which I like, by the way. I like that brand a lot. I was on the website yesterday. So it's I think this is like the same issue with the Marc Jacobs thing. Marc Jacobs's brand to me sits alongside Coach, Kate Spade, and Tory Burch. So I would put it along more of as a contemporary brand. So that probably Coperni, exactly. Yeah, it's very Coperni, yeah. So and I like I said, I like Coperni a lot. I like what they're doing. I'm very much a fan of what they're doing over there. But like it's like with the Marc Jacobs thing. So it's like his brand is very contemporary and it has been very lucrative for him and he's made a ton of money. I love his perfumes, by the way. They're fantastic. His beauty line's relaunching. But it's like, it's going to be hard for people to consider you for like a high-end top-tier job when you have a brand that makes like $200, $300 handbags. There's nothing wrong with that price point. I just want to be clear because I don't want the Coach and Marc Jacobs people just come with pitchforks, come try and drag me. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. It'd be hard for them to consider someone like him, even though he can do couture. We know he can. He can do all these things. But the fashion industry is very weird about these like affordably priced brands. Or to linger. Marc is fantastic, but the aesthetic is for sure high street. Right, and it's a tough one. Who wouldn't take the check? It's a big check. He has made a ton of money. Who wouldn't take the money? To like, if someone comes to you and is like, let's take your designs and make them affordable for every woman to purchase and buy, who wouldn't take the money? But then it's like later, if there's a couture opportunity, it's going to be really hard. Bryce Lane, hello Bryce. Didn't Carl have that Karl Lagerfeld brand alongside him running Chanel? That brand, he didn't own the majority shares in it. I've researched this brand, and even when he got the job at Big C, like by the time the brand had launched, he didn't have creative direction over the brand, and he didn't have control over how the brand was run for decades. And I also feel like he's, again, one of these unicorns that we kind of have to put to the side. He's just a unicorn. Because like when he met the W's, he'd already worked for Fendi for 18 years. So he had made it clear to them, like, this is a great opportunity, but I've been with the House of Fendi for 18 years. I'm not going to leave them in the lurch. Okay, fine, we'll make an exception for you. And then even with that namesake brand, it didn't seem like he was happy with it. He didn't have creative control, and he didn't control the shares or the finances behind it. It was like he sold his name. And I think that this is the problem with a lot of these fashion designers. There's not a lot of understanding about business, right? If you sell your name, like the way Galliano did at LVMH, he cannot design under his name, because when he started working at Dior, he obviously maybe didn't sign a great contract. You know, maybe he didn't know better. This is why you need to not just find accountants, but find business people who can say, hey, don't sell your name. Roland Mouret did the same thing. He sold his name. He can't design under his name. Thierry Mugler did the same thing. Remember with the Clarins family, the beauty empire family people from France, they were the ones who were bankrolling the couture line. It wasn't making any money, but the perfumes made money. And it was obviously a traumatic experience, because even before he died, he talked about how horrible the fashion industry was to him, because he also couldn't design under his name. There's a reason why it's called Mugler and it's not called Thierry Mugler. And there's a reason why even before he died, he was going by his original name, like his actual name, Manfred. So I think that there's a lot of business stuff as well. I know what you're saying, but he didn't have creative control over that brand. And even when I was in Berlin, I saw it in a department store, and it was respectfully. And Karl Lagerfeld is German. They love him there. They're obviously super proud of him. It was just like on the side in some department store, literally on the side, like it was trash. And this is Karl Lagerfeld. So I think that also there are misunderstandings about like signing away your name, you know? So, you know, I think also people are like, oh, Galliano should just go to LVMH and buy his name back. That's not how it works. It's not like you tell the Arnauds, give me my name back. They're going to be like, your name is worth $100 million. Like, your mother gave birth to you, boo-boo, in Gibraltar, but your name today is worth $100 million. I'm going to need a check from you before you've made any money. So it might not even be worth trying to get their names back. And a lot of these designers have suffered with these really bad deals. Christian Lacroix, another person who suffered, made bad business decisions, super talented couturier, but couldn't get the money right. They couldn't get that money right. That's why I think sometimes the people who decide not to do their own lines, maybe they're the clever ones. Gasquet never did his own line. Doesn't seem to have hurt him. And he's been at Louis Vuitton now for what, 11 years? And he still owns the rights to his name. If he wants, he can leave today and start his own line. I just think that, like, if you're going to go high end, you have to go high end. If you're going to go like low end, you have to stay there. That's why it's hard for a brand like Coach. It's really hard for them, because it is a very like nice brand. I think we have nice things to say about Coach, but They can't ever be seen as a top tier luxury brand. It doesn't matter how many videos people film of its luxury to me. At the end of the day, the industry doesn't see them that way. Lyra says, I want more glamour at Chanel, more novelty shows, more Carl took us there. Like, I miss the glamour from Chanel and all of these themes and shows used to have. Hope he does it. He seems to have that passion for like these big stage shows. So yeah, maybe we'll see that from him as well. I just think that with these brands, like, you also have to give the designer time. They need time. And I think the internet can cloud things as well. Like, what people on the internet like isn't necessarily the same thing as like what someone in a shop buying something likes. I was saying this in a TikTok comment. Some person had posted saying, you know, this is like a fashion person, but who loves fashion, but isn't like shopping at the store. I said the people who shop at the store have different interests than people who are like admirers of the house, but don't buy anything. I'm just curious about I'm curious what they'll do in terms of just clothing and couture. I'm sure he'll create beautiful accessories that look really, really nice. And I thought it was nice in his statement that he said he looks forward to working with the teams and stuff. Kim says the first couple of years of Carl's brand produced some impeccable leathers, which I have that reissue flap in lambskin, but then the quality stopped when he got out of his brand. Right, exactly. Because at a certain point, it becomes too much. He had his name, then he had Fendi, then he had Chanel. He was doing a lot of stuff. And again, he's a tough person to emulate. This guy is like a unicorn. He is like the Pegasus unicorn of fashion designers. Most of the big rules in fashion, he broke and it worked for him, but he was obviously a once in a lifetime generational talent, you know, and we saw that, you know, with him. So like, maybe he was even just too big to have his own brand. Like, did he need to have his own brand? You know, not everyone needs to be like Giorgio Armani. Does he need to be like Giorgio Armani? I mean, he's in his 90s, right? He's what, 90 now? How old is he? Let me check. Giorgio Armani age. How old is he? He's 90. Yeah. He's born on the 11th of July, 1934. He's doing his own thing. He's privately owned, but not everyone wants that. Sometimes it's better to take a check and to get a salary. How many of the 27 of you? Hello to all the 27 people here. God bless you all. Bryce says, it seems it's smarter to not create your own namesake. Look at how Phoebe Philo flopped. Yeah, and Phoebe Philo, baby, you deserve to flop, honey. Iman had some credible accusations of R-ism that you did not answer. So flop. Yeah, and her line flopped. I'm glad. Thank you for bringing up her line. It flopped. It did flop. And this is what I'm saying. Like, internet hype doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. It doesn't translate to traffic at the store. And it doesn't. She took too much time off. I think momentum plays a huge role in these things. Damn, Giorgio Armani's 90. Damn. No idea. Whoa. It's crazy. She took a lot of time away. Fashion has moved on. Fashion has moved on. People have moved on. Again, it's hard to be that like Karl Lagerfeld person to like know what's like the mood or the vibe. It's a no for Phoebe for me. Yeah, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, but when she didn't respond to the accusations from Iman, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm side-eyeing you because like you should respond. I would respond. I would definitely respond. Like, you should respond because those are really serious accusations. And in this day and age, like 10, 20 years ago, you could push something off like that and people forget about it. But in this day and age, like, people need to, in this global diverse world we live in, where people of all walks of life and all colors are buying items, like, you need to be able to answer some questions. She didn't think it was important enough to answer it. She thought, oh, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. It didn't go away. That's not the reason why it flopped. I think it flopped because people have just moved on. And like, if you think of like designers today, I don't know, there just seems to be a different kind of interest. And KS says, Phoebe's prices are insanely high too. Would much rather get Dries Van Noten. I love Dries Van Noten, Tom Brown, or anything else at that price point. Yeah, I agree. And I think you're right. It is like a Dries Van Noten-esque, and they just announced an in-house promotion. It is like a Dries Van Noten-esque brand. That's a great brand, by the way. I'm glad you brought him up. And and it's a lot of money to spend. And again, I think these days people are just looking for different stuff. Sweaty said, yes, her prices were too crazy. I mean, her prices for the outerwear was insane. Kim says, it seems like Celine removed any trace of her. I mean, I think momentum plays a huge role. Momentum is a big thing. She had a lot of momentum, but that was a long time ago. Even a year is a long time. Like today in fashion, so much changes in a year. So it's like, you know, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, has she dropped anything this year? Wasn't she dropping those like really expensive coats? I don't know. Wasn't that like last year? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like the Kylie Jenner flop clothing line as well. Remember, she was releasing her clothes. She was going to Schiaparelli. It flopped. And her clothing line has also flopped. I mean, a lot of people's clothing lines have flopped. Like, celebrities' clothing lines have flopped. Fashion designers' clothing lines have flopped. Clothing is hard. I think the designers who are smart are the ones who take a check. So, like, Maria Grazia doesn't have her own line. She's a clever one. Triple P doesn't have his own line. That's smart. Gasquet doesn't have his own line. Take a check. You get a few million euros a year, the use of a private jet, a chauffeur, a house. Why struggle to try and do your own thing? I know what you're going to say. Ownership, accountability. I'm going to show you. Running your own business is very overrated. Okay? I'll take the check. I heard that she had difficulty getting backing for her company. Elvin, who is the holding company for her brand? She's under... Who is she under? Let me just check here before I start saying misinformation. Phoebe Philo, LVMH. It's under LVMH, right? Yeah, it is under LVMH. Yeah, her current brand is under LVMH. And you know how they are. If you don't make the money, they get rid of you. And KS said, Vogue published a story this week about how all these celebrities are wearing Phoebe, but I don't see it translating to sales, social media hype. I'm really glad that you brought this up, because I have seen another article say that celebrities don't actually translate to sales for anyone, which is fascinating. Like, they don't actually convert at all. Like, a lot of designers have even come forward saying they come out of pocket making these pieces for celebs, and it doesn't translate to anything. Not just her, but other people. So I absolutely agree with that. Lyra says, hey, KM, what do you think of Shein selling Coach bags? And now they have designer cosmetics. They have YSL, Dior, BKH. It's weird. The brands don't know about this. I'm sure the brands know about this, but they just are organizing themselves. Hey, Shein is a juggernaut in the e-commerce space. You know, I work in e-commerce. You know, I have my e-commerce websites. That company is that's another topic. We can talk about Shein another day, because they are a juggernaut. It's like that's like you're like a little fish, and that's like Moby Dick. I don't know. Them selling Coach bag doesn't bother me. I feel like people who shop at Shein would buy Coach, so that doesn't bother me. They're probably just reselling designer cosmetics, but the designers have to get their lawyers on the case. But it doesn't really bother me, I have to be honest. Doesn't bother me. Does that make sense? Like the people who shop at Shein, and again, I don't want anyone to think I'm being mean. I like ASOS. I was on ASOS website yesterday, but Shein is on another level. Squatty says they should give it to influencers as said. I agree. Celebrities do not convert. They don't convert. So I'm not surprised. Shade, people who shop Shein would buy Coach. No, listen. Brianna, what you're not gonna do is get me in trouble with the Coach clan, okay? The Coach team Coach, the Coach tribe are gonna come for me up in these comments when I put the live on playback. I don't have a problem with it. I have a tabby. I like Coach, but Coach is not a high-end luxury brand, and facts don't care about your feelings. Coach is not a high-end luxury brand, and I have a tabby, okay? You can't say it is luxury to me. No, it's not. It's just a mid-tier brand. And KS says Philo's pieces are sold out because of Quanti Solo. Exactly. And she's not going to play with the girls. She's not going to play with us. You guys are laughing at me, honey. Brianna said, you're right. No, seriously, though. Coach selling on Shein, it makes sense. Someone who shops and spends maybe $200 a month on Shein, or $200 every 8 weeks on Shein, yeah, that person could say, let me add another 200 US dollars or another 300 pounds and go buy a tabby or buy something else at Coach. You know, that doesn't bother me. Coach know who they are. And I know that people, like, when they bought Versace, like, that was kind of part of their thing of trying to go up, more up market. But even that, let's see what happens. You know, she wants to retire. That's not a secret. That's been percolating in the fashion industry. The New York Times had written about how in 2018, she has wanted to retire since 2018. She can't find an heir. She has no successors. And even at Versace, like, what happens there? Who do you put at Versace? Tisci? Who do you put there? It's $1 billion brand. They make $1 billion a year. Brianna says $200 a month on Shein is crazy. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, that people spend $200 a month on Shein, £250 a month on Shein, and those would be the people to buy the designer cosmetics because they can see, like, their basket and stuff. Lyra said, but again, image-wise, does it make sense? I think it does make sense. It's like you're graduating the people whose basket size, like the size of their cart, you're putting them towards a contemporary brand. Because Coach is not a luxury brand. LOL, Phoebe Philo, Versace. No, absolutely not. No, it would just be black and beige. No. Julie said, isn't Shein like bad quality stuff? It's not great quality, but it serves a purpose. And I think I've said this before. The fast fashion girls have their place in fashion because they serve a purpose, because people want to, so there's some people just don't have the money, but they might be able to use a Klarna or use a firm and things like that. Even on my e-commerce websites, we don't have those Affirm Klarna things yet, but we've been asked by people, can you put that? Can you put that? People want those things. People want to pay in installments. Like, that's how people want to consume fashion. You know, luxury is not a pay in installment type of thing, even though I know luxury brands are playing around with it. Brianna says, I will never see it for Versace, just tacky looking to me. The little pattern they have, I like more. Versace is a fashion house. And I would encourage you to go to the flagship store and see the garments in person. They're not a handbag brand, and they know that. But I don't think you have to be a handbag brand to be important. I think you need to make clothing that stands out. And they've had some incredible clothing moments that brands could only dream of, getting J-Lo in that jungle dress, which she created. Brands could only dream of having Liz Hurley in that safety pin thing. So, but oh yeah, I'm talking about the clothing, not my style. Yeah, exactly. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. But they have that new store in Madison Avenue, New York, which is new. It's the largest Versace in the world. But even with them, they have a succession problem. She doesn't have a successor. Her daughter's super private. Her daughter's more interested in being a stylist. They are looking for someone as well. In 2018, they were looking for someone. They couldn't find someone. Okay, I have to check it out. Yes, it's on Madison Avenue. It's the largest Versace in the world. Versace essays are very... That's how they are, baby. So you just let them know you're looking. Because they're like, oh, okay. Just thinking about them is making me laugh. Maybe I need to put them in a dragon video because it was making me laugh. But they also have a succession problem as well. So I think with these fashion brands, it's like hard to figure out. Like, there are people who are looking for jobs right now who do not have a job. Riccardo Tisci, where do you put him? He's a world-class couturier. He deserves a chance to run a $1 billion brand. Where do we put him right now? Where do you put John Galliano? Where do you put Phoebe? Because no one's checking for Phoebe's line, baby. So where do you put her? I don't know. Where do you put these people? And not celebrities. And before, I don't want anyone to tell me you want to see A$AP Rocky running a fashion line. I do not want to see Rihanna's boo running a fashion line. No. He also had his clothing line that has also flopped. Remember? You know what? Jacquemus should work for Versace. It's interesting. It's interesting you say that. Might work. Might work. It might work. Let's see. You know, like I said, it's no secret she wants to retire. Ooh, don't come for Phoebe. I want to support her line, but I'm not a quiet luxury girl. Girl, please. Girl, please. No one's checking for that line. No one's checking for that line. Okay? And you guys are the ones who said in the comments it flopped. I didn't want to say it first. It did flop. Okay, so, I mean, actually, Phoebe, let's see what you're up to, girl. Let's see what you're up to on your website. Let's see. Who is buying your clothes, girl? Scotty, anyway, babes, after family day, everyone have a great weekend. Okay, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I'm bored. I can't say anything on here. I don't even see her website. I mean, the clothes are expensive, you guys. The clothes are really expensive. The clothes are super expensive. Fendi as well. There's a vacancy at Big Fendi. Where do we put her? And Cass says, I like minimal and well made, but why Phoebe when you can buy Hermes or Jill Sander? I love Jill Sander. By the way, I'm glad you brought her up. I'm glad you brought that brand up because it's run by that married couple from the States, right? I think one is American, one is Canadian. I love that brand. I love that brand. I love what they're doing right now. I love what I've seen on the Louisa Viroma app because they're on there. I love that brand. Me too, the Myers. Yes, that's their name. Love them. I love that brand. On the more quiet luxury side, I like what I'm seeing at Jill Sander, Canadian and Swiss. That's it. I like what I'm seeing at Jill Sander. I like what I'm seeing at Bottega, Alaya, Ferragamo. But I really like what they're seeing. What I've seen at Jill Sander. I also think that their bags are really nice. They're interesting looking. They look very interesting. They look, and they are very minimal. It's like that minimal aesthetic, but it's interesting. It's like interesting, and there's like texture and things like that. Yes, I like Jill Sander as well. I think the thing with Phoebe is like I said, I think she had a lot of hype, and she had a lot of like, there's a lot of interest and hype in her, but like hype doesn't sustain people coming to the store. And like I said, we don't all have to have the same taste. It's fine. But like, just make sure the messages are coming through. But it's a lot of money to spend at that price point. And now that you've mentioned Jill Sander, and I'm just thinking about Jill Sander now. So yeah, I like them too. Who else do I like? Oh, I'm gonna snitch on myself because I ordered something from Max Mara. I like Max Mara a lot. Really, really like them. And that's like, they've had the same designer since the 80s. So that's like another one of these Karl Lagerfeld situations. Because I think he's British, and he like joined in the 80s, and he's still there. And he's the one who created the teddy coat and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like Max Mara as well. Like on the more like quiet luxury side. So I think for these brands, it's tough, but to the point about the Shein thing, I think that there's a market for everything. And while I'm not like a dupe person, I'm not into dupes and stuff like that, there's a market for these products. And I think it's hard for the luxury girls to like sue everyone. They have to, I think that they'd be better off suing Amazon. Because if I'm Bottega Veneta or like Gucci, the dupes that are on Amazon right now, I mean, it is actually offensive, and it's actually like violent. Like the kind of stuff that's on there. That's like funding Jeff and Lauren's lifestyle. Because it's just, to me, it's crazy like how they can get away with, because some of those things look like replicas. And I thought like the dupe conversation, it comes with as much passion as like the lab grown conversation. People get really upset, people get triggered, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to like divide us. I want to bring us together. But like the dupe conversation is also another one that's very interesting. We need to see where that goes, because that's really going to impact luxury fashion houses very soon. It's already impacting them now. And I think the dupe conversation impacts them more than replicas. People don't feel like they need to buy the real thing anymore. So you have to like question like the people who are buying dupes, like, why are you buying dupes? Amazon dupes or something else. I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, it's actually offensive. Like the dupes of the Andiamo on Amazon's website as we speak. I mean, and people are buying them. People are buying them. People are happily buying them. Not just the Andiamo, the Jody, the Sardine by Bottega's bags are dupe to the gods. YSL. Guys, I don't know what you think. I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think of the YSL Eye Care? Do you think it's dated already? It came out like 2 years ago? The big YSL Eye Care bag. Do you think it's dated? Influencers get affiliate money from pushing them to, yeah, baby, yes, they do. NKS, you're right, yes, they do. They make a lot of money. You know, Lyra said the Bottega dupes is sad. Brianna says the YSL Eye Care is dated. Okay, let's talk about this. Because I saw the YSL Eye Care, I was looking, I was like, I see the dupe of the Jody at Target. Oh my God, the Target shop. That's like my favorite shop in America. Guys, like my husband and I, whenever we've come to the States, we're like, oh my God, there's the Target shop. We're just excited to see it. Now you're telling me the dupes of the Jody at Target. Okay. Brianna says, the YSL Eye Care is dated. Ooh, okay. I think it is a little dated. I like it though. Do you like it for travel? I think it's cute for travel, but I agree with you. It's a little dated. Although I feel like sometimes with dated things, it's like, you know. Lyra said the Bottega dupes is sad. I think the Andiamo looks more modern. The like large Andiamo looks more modern than the YSL Eye Care. I like the YSL Sanka set, that little handheld, I beg your pardon, sorry, bag. Brianna says I cringe when I see dupes. The dupe videos have like 200,000 views. I just saw a video the other day. It came on the app and it was alongside my video and it had 200,000 views and it was like the Loewe puzzle dupes, the YSL Eye Care dupes. I was like, oh my God. Julie says there's even a dupe of the COS quilted hobo bag at Target. Everyone loves that bag. Isn't that bag really affordable? How much is it in dollars? Brianna says SMH. Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, I don't want to get in trouble because I don't want anyone to yell at me. I think it's fine if people want to buy them. I am amazed that the brands cannot shut this down. NKS says, same, it's so cringe. I can't follow people promoting. I just, look, I one day I said, I'm going to watch one of these Jeep videos. There was a Loewe puzzle. No way any of you would think that thing was real. And she was like, it looks really good. It looks real. It does not look like the real puzzle. Particularly Loewe, because their products are so well made. They're like really well made, right? So it's just like, no one would think this thing is real. But hey, there's something out there for everyone. It's an ecosystem, right? Luxury fashion. Julie says $68 US for COS, the fabric version. And it's been duped. Shit, damn. Brianna's like, I'm crying. Like, I hate when they're delusional about it. No, but they are delusional. She was saying it like people wouldn't know. I don't have the puzzle. I know what the puzzle looks like. I would know. All of you in this chat, you would know. NKS says $320 for the COS quilted mini bag in leather. Wow, so the fabric, $68. And the $320 for the COS quilted one, quilted mini in leather. I mean, those are not expensive prices. Would you say COS is like a contemporary brand? Don't you think COS is kind of like self-portrait, like it's like a contemporary brand? Or am I thinking of COS in the wrong way? Would you put COS like alongside Marge and Sandro? Or am I tripping? I'm trying to think like where we would put her. That's outrageous that the bag is being duped at those price points. But again, you know, it's a tough one. You know, I've seen people debate dupes. I was thinking of filming a dupe video, but I actually deleted it from my camera because I was like, I am not having the Amazon warriors coming up to drag me. Okay? There's certain stuff I can handle. We can talk about it in lives. But the dupe warriors would come for me. And Kate says $190 for micro bag and leather. 100% contemporary brand like Marsh. Okay, cool. So it's like Marsh. Okay. Brianna says my aunt bought the fake LV before and she got so mad at me When I told her it looks beyond fake, she's like, how? I was like, are you blind? Oh my God, yikes. And Case is laughing. Julie says, yeah, I think so for cost. They're not priced too low, but high enough for contemporary. Okay. So yeah, so it's like Marge. Okay. Lyra says, for me, it's like most people buy dupes fakes. They buy to impress other people. I agree. They're not ready for you to say that. That's why I deleted the video from my camera, because I was like, you know what? Let me sit down. Which makes it more sad. Nobody's gonna know. Go buy. Yeah. People know. Like, even with the sunglasses, guys, you can tell when it's duped. Particularly the YSL shades. You know those YSL shades that are like 1,000? I think they're $1,000 US. They're the hater blockers. They're very big. They're like this, and then on the side they say YSL. Like, I've seen creators say, oh, look at these dupes from Amazon, the YSL hater blocker shades. No one knows that they're not YSL. No. We know they're not YSL. You can see they're not premium. Julie says, people know. Yeah. NK says, girl, the people who matter will know it's fake. Haha. Julie says, I saw someone carrying a dupe of the Lindy 26. The Lindy, oh my God. Now, duping Hermes is another thing, please. People need to leave Hermes alone, because you cannot dupe her. You can't. Remember the guy on TikTok who made a Birkin for his girlfriend instead of her buying her one? And people were like, oh, it's really good. Looks like the real thing. I was like, go buy. Brianna's laughing. Julie says, I was thinking, wait, the Lindy 26 is popular for a dupe. Right. Lyra says, even if people don't know it's fake, no matter what, it will never be real. You guys are laughing. I guess is laughing. Brianna was like, that was disrespectful. I told my husband that, and my husband was like, yo, you're gonna get, do not comment on this. It's what the heart counts. No, baby. I'd rather you buy me a gift set from Gucci Beauty than do that. Hello. Oh, these comments are so weird. Just block this person. I thought that was so rude for him to do that. And I also, again, not trying to be like the crusader for like women and stuff all the time, but like, I think it's better for someone to buy you a gift that they can afford. If you can't get me a present, I would much rather you just like, we could just go shopping and I can go pick out a beauty set. I can go pick out something from Jewel Beauty, baby. I can go to La Mer, I can pick up some face cream. I'd much rather have that. So Nikki says you can identify, you can identify a dupe 10 miles away. But on dupe videos, it's like a cult. When they're talking about it, they're like, no one will know. Like, guys, do you know the YSL shades I'm talking about? The hater blockers. They were really popular with influencers. They're like this. They're really big, and it has a big fat YSL logo here. Like, you can't miss it. You cannot dupe that logo. They even the ones who try and dupe it, it just looks fake. And I swear let me check on the American site. I swear they're like $1,000 in America before those US taxes. And I was like watching this chick say that they look really good. Let's just show you. I saw dupes of the shades I bought from Loewe, and they were like $25. And I was like, go buy. The hater blockers. Okay, so you guys think the YSL eye care is dated? Do you think it's the hardware that makes it look dated? Ooh, look at YSL trying to sell stuff. Delivery guaranteed by 24th of December for orders placed by 20th. For those of you in the States, YSL wants your money, girl. Or Saint Laurent, should I say? I want to show you guys the shades I'm talking about. Hang on. They were like called the hater blockers. Oh, Julie, you agree the bag is dated. Okay, fine. It's dated. Okay, got you. Maybe they're old season. Anyway, they were in Paris. I saw them there. Saniki says, not to mention the material is cheaper, frail, and unravel if you sneeze on it. I think luxury brands need to do something. NKS says, I think so too, but I think people should get it if they like it. I think the YSL eye care has been replaced by the Andiamo, And I feel like the Andiamo, because of I don't know how to say it, but the weaving like style they use, it just has the chance of looking less dated. I feel like Bottega's products look less dated to me. You know what I mean? I feel like in 5 years, that bag is still going to look really nice. So I think, I was just, because I was thinking about it, I saw a woman at the airport with it. And it's different when you see someone in the wild with it than seeing it like on the website. Because you're kind of like, okay, I saw a woman at the airport at Charles de Gaulle with it. So that's why it's kind of been in my mind, kind of jumping around. Bottega Veneta's leathers like butter. Oh, okay, good to know that, because their clothing is really there. Okay, I can't find these. They were very viral, very popular. Anyway, there are these YSL hater blocker shades. And, oh, here they are. I found the hater blockers. Okay, the hater blocker shades. Quality and well made, Julie says. Yeah, it looks, it's a great brand. 695 euros. I swear in America, these are like $1,000. So they're all over Amazon. Maybe I'll post these on Instagram stories later, just for those of you who don't know what they look like. They're called the Blaze sunglasses, the YSL Blaze sunglasses. That's the name of the shades. These are all over Amazon, duped. And I watched a YouTuber sit there and say that hers looked like the real deal that I'm looking at here on the site. And I'm like, girl, please, they don't, But you know what? Hey, I don't know. Because I feel like I deleted the video because I was like, while I believe everything I say, I feel like there's no way to discuss this without coming across elitist. Like it really comes across like you don't want people to like access brands because they're not buying the real thing. It just makes you look bad. So I was like, let me just delete it because I'm not fighting the Amazon warriors in comments over this. Lyra says they're so delusional. I've been spending this summer, I was watching their videos. I've been watching their videos because I not as a hater, but because I'm genuinely curious why you would buy a dupe. Why? Julie says those YouTubers need to make money, so they need to convince their viewers to join their club. Yeah, you're right. And they do make money. Like the Bottega drop earring dupes. So yeah, hey, dupe, it is what it is. So, Lyra, you talked about Shein and Coach. I think Coach paid really well because I see influencers promoting Coach right now. They're giving the girls a bag. And Chaos writes, no, to join their cult. It is a cult. You cannot reason with them. And they do make personal attacks. They're like, the people who buy the real thing care about impressing others. I'm like, but you're buying something that looks like the real thing. Kind of. But not really. It's like you're still, it's kind of like the replica debate, like I'll just buy a fake one, but you're still supporting the brand. You're still signaling to the world that you care about brands. Anyway, I just feel like fighting with these people is just pointless. I've tried to reason with some of these people in comments and stuff, and they can't be reasoned with. So, we leave them alone. So yeah, I'm happy to know what you guys are, buying and stuff. Some of you have said that you've already shopped and stuff, but the year is ending, guys, in 2 weeks. So what are we buying in January? Do you guys do the whole no January buying thing? I don't. Julie said recently, just checking something there. I'd seen a YouTuber showing off a made to order Birkin in noir. Okay, a real one? A special order? It was annoying. I can tell this is not an Hermes Birkin. I think I know which one you're talking about. There's this YouTuber who posts fake. She posts fake Birkins and Kelly. She's from Australia, right? All her entire collection's fake. It's just faux. 22 of you here. Thanks to everyone who's here. This is so amazing. I'm still working this. Oh, she's from America. Okay. Lyra says, I love it when the dupe girlies always want to know the price of your real authentic piece and try and convince you it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. They need to sit down. It's cool. It's cool. Everyone can have their tastes and interests. I just need people to stop acting like it's real. I think she buys real and a few fakes for fun. I just can't get into people who buy real and fakes together and present their items, because I don't know like what I'm watching, if it's like real or fake. Because they can be like, oh yeah, this one is real, but how do you know it's real? Because they've already shown you like fake stuff. So even the stuff that's real, is it really real or is it like fake? You know, it's a tough one. And you know, I don't know. These bags are expensive. Hermes is going to have an increase in January. The prices are going to go up in January. So, you know, I think that a lot of like the fake industry, I'm sure, you know, is really booming and stuff. But I would just rather not have it. I would just rather have like the real thing. Okay, so I enjoyed hearing your comments about the YSL eye care. Trust me, I'm the kind of person where if I like something, I'll buy it. I was just thinking about the woman I saw at the airport with it. But yeah, there is something about it that looks a little bit dated compared to like the large Andiamo. Because I was thinking about buying it on Louisa by Aroma and just shipping it here. But I have to think about it because it's a difficult purchase to make from your computer and you haven't tried it. But I think it looks less dated. And yeah, I know what you're saying. Because when the YSL eye care came out like 2 years ago, every single person bought it. It was one of those like, oh my God, you have to buy it now kind of thing. And it was definitely that like COVID viral like fashion moment. So there is something about it that feels very dated. I know what you guys are saying. Like, I've seen people say that they think that the Murakami bags are going to look very dated. I don't agree because I think the whole point of those bags is they're supposed to look very Y2K. It's supposed to look like a period piece. And those of you who have pre-ordered pieces from Murakami, when you get your pieces, please let me know because I'm just so excited to know what everyone gets from that collection. I just feel like if you like that collection, you'll regret not getting something from it. You know what I mean? Like you'll regret it because there's just so many special pieces. Those of you from America, I'm just wondering like what you guys are gonna do because apparently the collections are really selling out in the States. I wonder how it's gonna do in Europe. I think we've bored my cat so hard. He slept the whole time. Though I've been saying here. I don't know why he wanted to join me today, but he did. Okay. Just make sure I haven't missed any of your messages. Guys, would you buy Couture if you were so inclined? Would you buy Couture like clothing? Guys, what do you think about Couture? Ollie. Hello, Ollie. Ollie, you like cats? My cat's sitting over there. He slept the entire time of this live. As the live began, it's like he could feel that you guys were here. He's sitting there, we're sleeping there. I don't even know what he's doing. He's sleeping like he has a job. Julie said, I think with the white Murakami pieces, they're fun looking in a way, so not necessarily dated. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's just something fun about them. I think those black colorway, I just don't know about that black colorway. I don't know. There's something about the black colorway that looks really harsh. It reminds me of like Adobe, like an Adobe InDesign software or something. I don't know. Julie said, yes, if within my budget, but not. Yeah, I feel like Couture is like the next step in like luxury. But I feel like the problem with Couture is like, for me anyway, not even withstanding now because I'm pregnant, my weight fluctuates so much. So I feel like going to Chanel and getting like a $60,000 like, or 60,000 euro, $60,000 dress made and then gaining weight, I would feel physically sick. Like spending that money on Couture, knowing that like my weight fluctuates a lot, not even considering my condition right now, my weight is always fluctuating. Oh, where's the, okay. Yeah, Julie says, yeah, the black Murakami, you have to see in person. Yeah, you have to see in person. The white one, you can take a risk and buy it. But that black colorway, I don't know, because on some of the pieces, it looks like a child has taken paint and like the Microsoft Paint software and like painted it in. But then on other pieces, it looks really nice. Like on the Marilini bag, the Marilini bag, the bag with the coin purse, looks nice. I have to say, I think the capucines look really, really nice. They've made some really beautiful capucines in this collection. compared to like what I thought the capucines would look like. Lyra says, I would buy Couture, but it has to be one of a kind, nobody else. Yeah, it would be one of a kind, absolutely. Nobody else must have not like that Giambattista Valli moment. That would piss me off. Oh my God, yeah. For the Glamsons who don't know what happened, Lyra is referring to this scandalous thing that happened with Giambattista Valli. A top client from China had pre-ordered a piece that was for her, and it was a couture piece only for her. She was the only person who was meant to have this piece. And then Giambattista Valli had the opportunity to dress Anya Taylor-Joy and gave the piece that she had paid for to Anya Taylor-Joy. And she was outraged. WWD covered it. Maybe I should film a video about this for Vlogmas, because thanks for bringing that up, Lyra, because that was outrageous. They apologized to her and she was like, I'm not dealing with you ever again. And apparently in the couture world, what they did was absolutely unacceptable. It doesn't matter if a celebrity likes something. If a couture client has paid for something, it's hers. Brianna says, I'm obsessed with the mini capucines. Have to already, might be getting the Sahara croc next. The Sahara crocodile capucine is literally honey from the cup of Venus. It is so beautiful, so stunning. Love. Yeah, absolutely. That is such a buy. I would totally buy that. So beautiful. That's a great pick. Yes, film a video on it. I think I might have to film a video on it because it was insane. She paid for her item. Anya Taylor-Joy's stylist liked it for her. They snatched her couture piece that was made for her that she had already paid for, and they didn't let her know about it. And then she finds out about it on social media, seeing a celebrity wearing her dress that was made for her. That was unacceptable. And him and his team knew better than that. That's bullshit. Because he designed that for her. So anyway, yeah, I agree. It can't be a situation like that. Brianna says, okay, would you recommend the Sahara Croc Mini Capucine over a B25? Yes, I would take it over a back in 25, only because I just think it's so special. But also, how much is it that in dollars? Because I know you're in the States. Kim said, yes, I purchased the YSL tuxedo jacket. Wow, great. How much was that? Lyra says, I was pissed off for her. Unacceptable. Yeah, it was unacceptable. It was unacceptable the way she was treated. Yeah, Brianna, I would take the crocodile capucine. But the Sahara one, you could get they can custom order it for you. So maybe you can take the Birkin and then you could do like a made to order piece. I agree, small special. Yes, 30,000. That's right, because in Europe it's 27,000 euros. Yeah, so special, so beautiful, so stunning. But yeah, that woman who that happened to, and that was a couture piece of clothing for her, made for her. And they pulled a stunt like that for a celebrity. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Tuxedo jacket was 3,000 USD. Okay, cool. So that's from the ready-to-wear line. Very nice. They have beautiful clothes. They have beautiful, luxurious clothes. There's no question about it. I just feel like I love the idea of couture. I feel like the only thing with the couture stuff is like, the ready-to-wear stuff, I've dabbled in that with Mosquito and Versace, but I feel like with couture, it's like I would feel physically ill if I gained weight. And it's normal in a year for your weight to go up and down. Imagine getting a couture piece made and it's 100,000 from Dior and you gain like 5 kilos. You would feel physically sick. You'd be like, I can't fit into this, you know? And then also, I guess it's kind of like, you know, I think with couture, a lot of people say, people buying it for like their fantasy life, but they can make anything. They can make like a work outfit for you. I saw a woman on TikTok saying it doesn't have to be like a wedding dress or something for a charity gala. It can be anything. They can make anything. So you could be like, okay, let me get a couture dress made for an event or something, and they can make it for you. I just know that with wedding dresses, it starts at 100,000 US dollars. I think it's like 120,000 euros, something like that. Valentino, it's 100,000. I have a friend who inquired. Valentino. She asked some questions. She was curious. She was told it was 100. Yeah, 100, 120. Do you prefer croc to be matte or shiny? I think the Himalayan looks better in the matte finish. I think it looks more like aesthetic and more appealing. But personally, I prefer patent, so shiny. But I think like the Himalayan. But of course, let's say it's a big H situation. If you're offered, you should take whatever they offer. But if it's like a Louis Vuitton or Dior situation, I feel like it depends on the color. I think the brighter jewel colors look better in patent finishes. So like pink, purple, red. They just look so amazing in patent, like in shiny. Whereas I feel like darker colors look really nice in that like matte finish. And then white, I think just looks nice in matte. So I guess for the Himalayan, I would say like matte. They're all nice, so you can't go wrong. And they just look real. I remember there was an old exotics video. There was like one of these animal rights activists who was like, why can't you just get the fake thing? It's like, have people seen what mock croc looks like? Like fake croc. It's not a vibe, you know? And those are big price points, you know? So it's like, I mean, I don't know how much the dollars is, but I know the Birkin 25 Himalayan in dollars this year was 61,700 USD. And that's before you've played the game for it. That's before you purchased items and stuff. So at that price point, it's like, I think you really have to love the finish and you have to love how it looks. Just make sure I haven't missed any of your messages. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think like with the clothing stuff, you know, I think it's just, you know, it depends on your lifestyle. Part of me is like obsessed with the idea of doing it, but then I'm just like, I would feel sick if someone even approached me and spilt something on me. I'd be like, oh my God, I feel physically ill. I don't know if you guys feel the same way as me. Like, would you feel physically ill if someone like spilt something? Biggest shopping is the Hunger Games. Yeah, you'd have to just think about it and think and see. But but like I said, I feel like at Louis Vuitton they have some really beautiful exotic options, and Dior as well. I think Fendi's exotics have come a long way because the ones that I saw this autumn, they're just so beautiful and they look really like premium and heavy, and like the look is there. I want to get the Cartier Pavé piece, but I mean, I feel like if you're offered like a crocodile piece at Big H, I think you should buy it. Hi. So yeah, you guys will let me know what you guys think about everything. Are you guys doing any of those, like in January, a lot of influencers do these like no spending challenges. Oh God. There are always these like spammers who come into these things. You just have to ignore them. It's hard to tell if someone's like a real subscriber. They're like, hello. What do you think of the Kelly alarm with ostrich feathers? I'm obsessed. You know I love this. You know I love that bag. It's huge in person though. It is massive in person. There are 24 of you here. Hello to the 24 souls who are here. Happy you're here. I love that bag. It is huge. When I saw it at FSH, I was like, wow, it's big. It's really big. But so much work has gone into attaching those feathers, honey, so that thing doesn't. I know one of you called it a broom. One of the glamsers said it was a broom. Julie says, LOL on no spending. If an essay offers me a bag, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, baby, when are you getting your next bag? Like, I want to know what you're getting next. I feel like if the essay calls, you need to just buy the bag. There was a great question on the Insta. Oh, Nicole. Hello, Nicole. I like the January sales. Okay, cool. What would you be buying the January sales? There was a great question on the Instagram sticker today of the Snow Faubourg with the Himalayan. I feel like I would take the Himalayan, but I like the Snow Faubourg out of all of the house bags. And I definitely think that you should buy it. If you are offered that bag, buy it and then figure out how to wear it. Like, I would buy it and then be like, okay, now how do I wear it? Because I just think it's so special. And I feel like there's certain pieces, to me, there's certain pieces that if you're offered, you should buy them at Big H. I think the Snow Faubourg bag, I think the picnic Birkin or the picnic Kelly, you should buy it and then figure out how to style it. Particularly for those of you who live in the Western world where you have those 4 seasons. But yeah, Nicole, when you were talking about the January sales, there are going to be so many sales. It's going to be so hard. Like I don't do those challenges because I feel like the moment I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything, I'll just be buying things. So Nikki says, girl, I decided to no buy, praying my essay calls me / not cat call me for a dream bag. She will call you now that you said that. She will call you because you said you're on a no buy. She will call you in January. It's like they will call you. Brianna says the two times colored bags are ugly. I'd have to decline. Oh, you mean the Birkin that's like one half is one color, the other half is another color. The Cassac bags. Brianna says, yeah, the wicker bags are everything. You have to buy it. Even if you don't like wicker, buy it. Because once spring and summer roll around, you'll be able to use it for those of you in 4 seasons. Babes, if you get offered a Zanzibar blue, electric blue back in 35, would you take it? No, I don't like blue. You know that. And I'm respectful about blue because I know many of you like blue. It's just a personal thing. And I'm having a boy and we've picked out some blue things for him, but they're like cool blues with gray undertones. I just don't like the color. So no, I couldn't. As much as I like Big H, I would not, because I wouldn't wear it. Can you ask yourself if you ever seen me wear blue in my videos? I've worn it, I think, once or twice and then I stopped wearing. Brianna says, yes, two-toned. Yeah, the Cassac bags. I saw Wicker Kelly in real life and I was like, oh, they're stunning. They're stunning. And again, so much work has gone into those pieces. Like, I remember reading somewhere that if the artisan messes up one, they have to throw it away and start again. There's a lot of work that has gone into the picnic Birkins and the picnic mini Kellys. If you are offered that bag, you have to buy it. So the Snowfall Borg bag, you have to buy it. Even if you don't like it, you have to buy it. You have to buy the picnics. Frankly, if you're offered the Kelly doll, you have to buy that bag. You would be a crazy person not to buy it. You have to buy it, and then we figure out what you have in your wardrobe, what clothes you have, and then we'll figure out what outfits it goes with. You'd be insane to leave that because that is just such a special piece. Particularly like, yeah, the Kelly doll, the picnic bags, the snow house bag, the house bags in general. I think all of the house bags, I think that they, like, you should go ahead. The cargo Birkin, I was never a cargo Birkin person. And then I saw a woman at Borg wearing hers. And that's when I was like, okay. Because I think sometimes with Big H's bags, you need to see them on someone else to understand how are they styled. I did see someone else carrying hers at FSH, and I was like, okay, I get it now. Like, I understand why the girls, really like them. So I think like, and again, it's a lot of money to spend, so you have to be sure that you want to spend the money. Lyra says, outside of the Beyonce nose, Carter bags and Hermes. Yeah. Which other bags do you love? I like the ones that are a little bit more obscure. Like, I like the Veru. I like the Cinetic. I really like that Veru bag. And I like the Constance Elan. Those are the ones I like right now. I saw Veru on Saclab, a pink one. It was cute. 6,000 euros they wanted. It's brand new from the store. That's like something that someone bought for their account. I like the Mini Ruli. I like those ones. Bags with structure. So the Veru, the Mini Ruli, the Cinetic, bags that are structured. Because my preference is always structured. I like the Constance Elan a lot. And the Kelly Elan. I like them. I think the Kelly Elan is like priced super, super high. But I do like it. It's very big. So it would definitely like, oh, I've just realized because I'm filming with my phone. It would definitely fit your phone. And like, it would fit your phone and like a wallet and a bunch of other stuff in it. Based off the one that I saw on display, it was very big. So I think, and then this is something which I had wanted to say. Kelly pushed out a Mini Kelly. Mini Kelly, but I would absolutely take a Kelly pochette, and I would ask for one. It was on my wish list this time as well. I would ask for it for sure. Lyra said that. Julie then said, a while back, my 2 boutiques had 2 Verus on display, and you can purchase them. Yeah, you can purchase them, right? Because they're just like, the Veru is like one of the family heirs designed it in 1938. It's a very obscure bag, but I quite like that. Not because it's quite luxury, but because it just looks, it's just something which I like. One of you told me that the handle looks like a shower lock. It does kind of, I like that bag. I like it. It's cute. It's just really expensive for what it is. But, you know, that's Hermes, and that's how Hermes is. They weren't even selling those to the girls. Even if you asked for that when I was there, they were like, no, we do not have them. You need an appointment. So yeah, they're nice. And I like the, I would say the Veru, the Ruli, the Constance Elan, and the Kelly Elan. I like those Elan bags. In the Hermes new releases video, which I think you'll see that on Monday. Because there's actually, well, on Monday you'll see that, and then there's a back and bait video next week as well. But in the Hermes new releases video, we're going to talk about that new bag that is out, the Faubourg Express. It's their sausage bag. It's their like Alaya, you know, like the Alaya sausage bag, the Teckle that I've posted on Instagram before. It's their sausage bag. Which BH bags, Lyra says, do you think are frog or duck offers? Oh man, I don't know. I feel like if you don't like the bag, it's a duck offer. But honestly, I don't like the Della. It's just a personal thing. I just don't like it. If you guys like the Della, please don't be offended. I just don't like that bag. And I do not like the Getter. I would not take those bags. I'd rather just go to Louis Vuitton and get something else. Lately, Brianna says, lately I've been a bit over Hermes. I'm in a place where if I want a bag, I want it now. Or this wait list, this, and that is annoying. Yeah, it's exhausting. And they know that the girls are tired. And they have manufactured this because, like I said, they're going to do their price increase in January. They do it first in euros. I'm willing to bet money that the price increase will be on New Year's Day or the 2nd of January for all items. I don't know. This is just me making a guess based off previous stuff. So then you also have the drama of that as well. People also thinking about that. But they'll definitely do it in January for Europe. Then they'll do it in dollars. Then they'll do it in Canadian dollars and so on and so forth. So yeah, it is, after a while, I think, pretty exhausting because honestly, for the next trip, like after I deliver my baby, we have another trip to Europe that's coming up after I deliver. And I'm going to try again. That's fine. But like, I'm going to try and get an appointment at Audemars Piguet as well. So it's like, also there's that. Like trying to buy an Audemars Piguet watch, you also have to beg for an appointment. They ignore you, they drag you. Watch my dragging video. The girls were skull dragged at Audemars Piguet, honey, and they were dragged hard, very, very hard. So it's just everywhere. Every single luxury house has shenanigans and drama and they want you to beg and stuff. Lyra said, I think the Lindy's are so ugly. I'm sorry, but I can't with that bag. Okay, please guys, don't be offended. Everyone has their own taste. You know, I just don't like the... It said reconnecting on my side. Can everyone still hear me? Can everyone still hear me? Please let me know if you can. Just leave a comment saying you can hear me because it said reconnecting for a second on my side. You can. Yes. Okay, great. Perfect. Great. Perfection. I just don't like those bags. I would not take those bags, but I understand why people buy them for future offers. Oh, a bag I like, the Maximals. Love that bag. That's a beautiful bag. We can hear you continue. Okay, great, perfect. I like the Maximals as well. I was wondering if there was like another bag that I had just like forgotten, the Maximals. Remember my cousin had taken a picture of the Himalayan one? That was, how much was that again? It was 33,000 euros. And I was like, who's buying this bag? Imagine buying that bag and then not getting the thing that you want to get. You know? Yeah, I agree with you, Brianna. Like, it's getting tiring. It's getting exhausting. So for the next trip, it's like, I'm also going to try and get an appointment at Audemars Piguet, and they don't respond to emails. They don't respond to the girls. And, like, I heard women have a better chance of getting the smaller watches. Women have a better chance, but it's the same thing, games and all of this stuff. I'm not really a Rolex person, so I'd rather focus on that. But, like, you know, it's I don't know. I just don't know what we're supposed to do about it. The 2424 is nice. Okay. I just feel like you'll see in the new releases video, like with the new bag that they are launching, bags with a Z. There's some nice pieces in there, but they're not like, it's not like Bottega nice. Like Bottega's bags are exciting. They're like think pieces about them. Everyone is talking about the East West Andiamo clutch. Guys, what are things that influencers have? Like, let's name like what has like been the most popular influencer purchases? Like the one purchase that all influencers have bought this year, the Bottega Veneta Andiamo East West. Every single influencer has that bag. I just feel like Big H doesn't make, outside of the Beck and Kelly and Constance, Big H doesn't make bags like that. They don't make bags that like go viral, which is fine. It's okay. But they don't have that. Because like every single person has that bag online. Tell me, because I think in America it's like $3,000 US or 2,950. So I think also with like playing games at these brands, at a certain point, I would like to go to a store and just be treated normally. So I think it does get exhausting after a while. It's okay to take a break. And I've chatted to many of you this year. Many of you have taken a break from shopping at Big H and stuff, not for any other reason other than just feeling a little bit exhausted with playing the game. It is exhausting. I think it's okay to say, you know what, I want to take a break from shopping at this brand for a bit. And you can just shop and do other things. And I think it's also okay to like take a break and be like, I'm going to wait until I'm offered something. Because sometimes I think like there's some essays who take advantage of people who are like good meaning clients. I think there's some essays who are like, they'll, there's some essays I think who will take advantage of you and trick you and scam you and things like that. Julie says, I haven't gone back to Big H since my last offer. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay to take a break, guys. It's okay to take a break. It's a lot. And if you think about it, like even me with my content, I'm careful to like post different things because I know that it can be really intense to like constantly like, you know, post this stuff. Julie says, I'm not in a rush for another Kelly. Would you take a blue box offer? If she can I ask you a question? If she calls you tomorrow and says she has something to show you and it is a blue box offer, are you going to buy it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. Would you buy it? Would you buy the mini Kelly with the studs? Would you buy that? Which I think in America is 25,000. 25,800 US dollars. 19,600 euros. Guys, I'm telling you, these essays are going to find all of you in January. Okay, you would buy it. Okay, fine. Okay, so yes, you'd buy it. Okay. I'm telling you, all of you who are saying that, you know, if you're not gonna spend anything in January, they're gonna come in January with offers. Because like even for a luxury brand, that second week of January is really quiet. People are not really going out, people aren't spending money. I think there'll be bag offers. But then I already have the regular MK2 in box calf, so I'd have to figure it out. Special though, those studs. But it's a lot to spend, and you'd have to play the game for it and stuff. So I understand the hesitation. What are you guys' thoughts on like? Are you doing any other like big purchases like next year, like jewelry or like timepieces or jewelry timepieces, or those are can't speak today. Or are those purchases things which you don't really think too much about? Like if you see something, you buy it. And what are your thoughts on like those big purchases? Like when I say big, I mean anything more than like 30,000 US dollars or 30,000 euros. Like are those like purchases which if you buy that, would you take a break from shopping and spending elsewhere? Lyra said, if you were at Faubourg with 50K to spend to try and score BKC, what would you buy to increase your chances? I'd buy that Kelly double ring. It's called the Kelly Gavroche ring. It comes in white gold and rose gold. I'd buy that. Or I'd buy the Pave Ash Dancre bracelet, which I showed in my Big H shopping vlog video. It's full diamonds and it's the Ash Dancre Pave bracelet. That's like 38K. I'd buy that. I would absolutely expect an offer. Julie says, if she texts me to offer KP or Constance Salon this month, I'll run to the boutique. Kelly Crochet's a great one. Constance Salon is wonderful as well. And Kia says a man's watch, of course. Okay, cool. Which one? On my next trip, I'm going to see if I can get an appointment at the Audemars store. I know they have dragged the girls. They're very rude in there, apparently. They're also very rude in the Amsterdam store as well. But I think I think that the problem with these things is like, oh, Julie says the SA texted to offer Calvi Duo in Ver Peppermint. I had to ask for Ver Jade. She's crazy. Those two colors are not even close. They're not even close at all. What is she on about? In Ver Peppermint and Ver Jade, those are completely different colors. I mean, this brand is like calling to offer leather goods. I mean, this brand is literally, they're losing it. They're losing it. They're literally losing it. Like, that's the level of shenanigans that we've reached with this brand, that they're calling to offer. I'm just saying, get ready for her to call you, because I swear these people, like, I remember like every January, there'd always be stories. People would be telling me that, oh, my SA just called me and it's like the 7th of January. What do I do? I'm like, well, what choice do you have? You have to buy it. NKS says also, if you have 50k euros to spend, I'll get a custom one made. Ooh, would I buy the also? Oh, you mean if you have 50k euros, buy it. Yes, that's a good purchase. I agree. The also, the Kelly Gavroche double ring, white gold, all those pave bracelets, because you'd have some cash to spare to buy other things. Those definitely. But yeah, I agree. The also, yeah. Definitely those types of things, because the price and the price point of that is like kind of similar to like Van Cleef, some of those like high-end Van Cleef watches and stuff that are like hand assembled like by one person and all this stuff. So I think that the problem with BKH is like, if you get a call in January, you have to take that call, because you don't know what's going to happen in February. You don't know what's going to happen in March. Or April, those of you who have accounts. And like I said, it's okay to just stop and take a break and stuff and just be like, okay, cool, guys, like I'm done with shopping here for a bit. I'm going to take a break. And they're not stupid. They know. They're like, oh, I haven't seen that person in a while. Let me see if there's something I can offer her to, bring her back to the store. But she has to get your colors right. The only thing I realized was just like this. Oh, Lyra says, I'd rather buy one immediately, whatever's available for the back and school. I think if it's like the Aso, the Kelly double ring, the pave bracelet, if it's there and you buy it, I mean, they will accommodate you. They're gonna be, subtle about it and very discreet. They'll accommodate you, yes. The question is, if you spend 50 racks, what are you asking for? Because then now you can't ask for something too simple, because then it's like you're overpaying for it, or you're like overspending for it. Because if it's 50 stacks, I think it needs to be a blue box offer or an exotic bag. Like if it was me, I would ask for a picnic, or like a crocodile mini Kelly, or a crocodile pochette. Because I feel like asking for regular leather it's like you're overpaying. NKS says, I got an offer ready for December. Okay, that's great. So I was planning to go in Feb to check on check on ready to wear spring summer 2025. Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. That's a great plan. I love that. So skip January and then go in February. Yeah, that's great, because you already got your December offer. Yeah, that's fine. I just think it's interesting. Like they know that there will be people who didn't receive offers this year. They will find those people in like the first or second week of January, and they will offer people. I don't know if I said this to you guys before, but sometimes like I've heard from leopards who said, I didn't have the cash right now to buy. So then sometimes you might just be like, look, let me just buy it and then just figure it out later, and that's fine. Particularly with Big H, because you just don't know when the offer is going to come. Like on this next trip when we go, like I'll be ready for whatever's offered. If it's like a really good offer. If it's, for example, if it's like a Birkin 25 and Croc, I would have to buy it, because the Pave Cartier Love bracelet will always be there. Whereas my chance to buy like a crocodile Birkin or crocodile Kelly will not always be there. NKS says, ask for a Kelly Pochette picnic or B20 exotic if you're dropping 50k at once. Yes, has to be a Birkin 20, facts. Julie says, I was looking at the spring summer 25 online. Same old, but there's a light green color now. It was cute. Lyra says, I'd love to buy Mini Kaling Ombre and Lizard. Yeah, you're going to need to buy that watch then, that NKS mentioned, the Arso. Because those pieces are just like, whoa. Julie says, which is a cool color for SS. NKS says the sheer mesh pieces in Spring Summer are fire, though. Those were nice. Those were nice. I wonder how much you have to spend to go to the fashion show per year. Because Paris Fashion Week is the first week of March next year. So I wonder how much you'd need to spend at Big H to go to the fashion show. I know at Dior, it's 100K USD, 120 euros. And I know at Louis Vuitton, it's about 120,000 euros, 150,000 USD. So I'm wondering how much one would need to spend at Big H in a calendar year to get the fashion show invitation. Because if you're invited to the fashion show, you are guaranteed a bag offer at Faubourg. I like those mesh pieces, by the way, that you just mentioned. Now you're just reminding me. They were cute. I like them. And they're upping the budget. They have a budget now. They have a budget. Like, you can see that the catwalk shows are like taking it more seriously and stuff. It's improving. And I liked what I saw when I was at the stores in autumn. I thought some of the stuff, it was just a carnival in there. I've never seen so many people in my life. And I think I was just someone had asked me in a message, remember in my Paris story time, I said that there was that really well-dressed couple and she was being offered that creepy, really rare looking duck bag. And it was like this. Someone thought I was talking about the Elan. I was like, it was not the Elan. I've seen it once on a reseller's page in Croc. I'm looking for it so that I can repost it and show you guys what it looked like, because I know it's so frustrating. So I'm very up to date with all of their bags, even the most obscure ones that they produce. I've never seen it before. I saw it once. And I was just scandalized that this woman was being offered this ridiculous thing. And then they have the gall to offer her a Gigé. So I'm curious, like, how much one would have to spend to be invited to the fashion show. I always feel like American customers spend more to get the fashion show invitations, because I remember hearing like Louis Vuitton US customers are expected to spend like 200,000 USD in a year to be invited to one of the fashion shows. I think it's easier to get a cruise invitation than it is to get the spring summer fashion show, which is the one in September. I feel like that's the one that's like the most prestigious one on the calendar. But obviously if you're invited to Fashion Week, you have to go and like let us know, what happened. So I'm just curious, like with Big H, like how much would one have to spend? Like maybe the US market, you'd have to spend 200K in a year, or maybe 250. And then maybe in Europe, it would be like 150K, something like that. And then even then, if they invite you, they'd expect you to pre-order all of the prêt-à-porter, but you'd be guaranteed a bag offer. Lyra says, would it be advisable to buy one item 50K instead of buying multiple different items from different things instead of one? Does it matter? I think it does matter. And looking back, for my next trip, I think it's better to buy like one or two really expensive pieces and then go from there. Because I just feel like there's just so much competition right now in Paris. It's just so competitive. I mean, I was blown away, honey. I was blown away by the amount of people competing right now. It is completely different from last year, from 2021. I think it would be better to buy like one big piece, one or two big pieces perhaps, and then to go from there versus buying a lot of small pieces. Because I still think like, you need to, and to NKS's point about like the Arso, like those things which they're really pushing right now. So like their watches and their timepieces and stuff like that. Like those are like the things that they're really pushing. So I think it'd make more sense maybe to just buy like a really expensive watch, chat to the SA, and then just go from there. Because they would absolutely accommodate you, as long as like, obviously if you're not rude and like entitled, I'm sure they would accommodate anyone buying those. Because it's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Like if you have, and that's what I'm saying, if you have 50K, you need to be sure that you're going to be like getting something that you're not overspending for it. Because I wouldn't, if you don't, for example, if you don't like blue boxes and you don't like exotics, I don't think you should spend 50K at Big H. I've spoken to a Glamazon who said she doesn't like any of Big H's blue boxes and she doesn't like exotics. in her case, it wouldn't, in my opinion, it wouldn't be worth for her to like drop 50. Because if she drops 50, it's like she's like overspending for Epsom or overspending for like a standard like Kelly or Birkin. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense in my head. Because if I was to buy the Arso, just a second. If I was to buy the Arso, I would expect like a blue box, like a really special piece. So I would, but you know what? But I also think that they're also like diminishing returns, because you know there's that the half pave CDC bracelet in yellow gold with diamonds. In Europe, that's like right now I think it's like 18,900, something like that. You could buy that instead, because that's still a lot. But I think they would expect you to like if you want to get something really special, I think you'd have to spend more. I don't know. I just feel like exotics are 1-to-1 there right now. I'm not sure. Like the exotic mini Kelly in matte alligator is like 27,000. So I think you'd need to go 1-to-1 for that. Just a feeling I get. Doesn't mean I'm right. Of course, I could be wrong. So I think like with these pieces, like if you're offered it, I think you need to be ready to go. So like for the next trip, if I'm offered an exotic at Big H, I have to be ready to buy that ahead of a potential Audemars Piguet watch or a potential Cartier Pavé bracelet. I would have to put Big H above the Cartier Pavé bracelet, even though I told you that's my grail piece. Well, that's because it's a permanent piece at Cartier. It's never going to be discontinued. So if I had 50K, I'd be like, okay, let me go play the game and hopefully get an offer. If I got an offer, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll buy this and then wait for another trip and then buy the bracelet. Because I think that the problem is like you have to be ready when the offer comes. And the offer might be, 50K in exotics for me. Yeah, exactly. It has to be exotics. It has to be exotics for sure. Sorry. It has to be exotics or a blue box because it's just so much money to spend. It's like way too much to spend. Particularly if you know that you can go and get like fine jewelry and stuff. So I guess the point I'm making is like, I don't know if you guys have seen this watch. I'm going to name the person because I like her, but please don't discuss her in the comments or say anything mean. I like this person, so that's why I'm naming this person. I normally don't name people. But Tamara has the ladies Royal Oak in gold. I think in Europe it's 58K in euros. You'd get a refund of 12%. I'm really bad at maths, you guys. I don't have a calculator right now. But I really like that watch. And then there's another one that's an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak from the women's side. It's 34 millimeters. She has that. I remember when she unboxed that on her channel. I think she unboxed it earlier last year. Was it this year? I remember really liking it. And I feel like I would have a better chance of getting that than getting like the full gold pieces for women are easier to get, but that's 58. So if Big H comes through with an exotic offer, I would have to buy the exotic bag before buying that, because realistically, when am I going to get a chance to get a Big H offer when it's been so hard? It's been like an odyssey for me as it is. I want the odyssey to end. Okay, the Royal Oaks will still be there. There's that one I like. There's also the two-tone. She has that one as well. There's the one that I've been looking at. It's a two-tone 33 millimeter Royal Oak. I think it's 26,000 Swiss francs, 27, something like that. It's like 26,000 Swiss francs. So I think it's about 30,000 USD. So again, with that kind of money, it's like, I think for me, I just want to be a little bit more strategic. Because you can absolutely go and blow all of the money. I could do that. I ended up buying both of them, buying all three of them. I could buy the bracelet, you could buy the watch, and you could buy the bag. And then I'll be sitting here with my baby, eating porridge like Oliver Twist, talking to you guys, eating porridge. So, you have to make the decision. I feel like for the next trip, I have to be ready just in case, because my worry and what I told my husband was like, if I could put all my energy into getting an Audemars Piguet appointment and knowing my luck, they would offer me what I want, and I've already blown all my cash buying a watch or buying the bracelet. And then I'll be Oliver Twist in the store. So I have I have my priority list done, which is Big H offer first, Audemars Piguet watch / appointment, if offered. If not, then I'd maybe pick up the bracelet. But I don't know if I could buy all three at once. I don't think so. I think I just have to be realistic and buy one. And then just like factor things in. We have a trip to the States coming at some point this year, probably towards the end of the year. So maybe there could be an opportunity to buy the watch in America in dollars. You know, so we'll see. But I think with like Big H, like I need to be ready. Like if there's like a crocodilian offer, maybe like I want to make sure I am ready. You know, I would just die if it was like, hey, I would like to offer you something and I've already blown all of my cash at Cartier. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? You know, that like, because I just feel like I would just blow all the money. I don't know if I'm making sense. Just let me know. Let me know if it makes sense, because it makes sense in my head. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah. Okay, you guys, thank you for joining in this live stream. I appreciate you all. I know you're busy. Oh, Princess, hello. Bonjour. Bonsoir. I'm more of a Jaeger Couture girl. The exotics sound like a fast way to play the game, though, given the one-to-one spend. Yeah, it's. I think they're like one-to-one, but in exotic pricing. So like the Birkin 25 in Alligator in Paris is like 42,000 euros. So you know you're gonna need to be a 35K, 30K, 35. You know, it's a lot to spend, you guys. It's a lot to spend. Okay, cool. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. So I just thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. I'm going to leave the video up as playback. So hopefully, please go and add a comment now. I'm just going to upload it now as playback. But I appreciate your time. Hopefully, we can do these more often. Maybe we can do them once a week. You let me know which one works for you. And let me know timing that works for you. Whatever time it is in your country, get a lot of rest. That's all I do. If I'm not doing a live with you guys, filming a video for you guys, or working, I am literally asleep. I don't do anything else but that. Trust me. Trust me when I say I literally don't do anything else. So yeah, you let me know like which one works for you. But next week we have the new releases on Monday. I'm so excited, but there's a really cool unboxing next week that you will die. So tune in for that. And then we have Birkin Bates and I think like a Dior video, because I want to talk about Dior because they have like a lot of new releases as well. So yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so it was a fun live. Have a great weekend again, everyone. Okay, yeah, have a great weekend, and I'm going on Instagram now, so I'll see you guys over there. Bye.